Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial, and today I want to talk about Amazon because A, they hit another all-time high today, up nearly 6%, and B, I also want to highlight some of the reasons why I think that even though they are at all-time highs, I still believe that they are a great long-term hold with very few weaknesses in their portfolio, as well as why they are growing so quickly and so fast. That being said, the obvious reasons that they are growing and one of the reasons why we anticipate them to continue to do well is their online e-commerce store and the fact that they are continuing to dominate in the industry. And with the onset of the coronavirus, we did see an uptick in people staying at home, people getting things delivered. They brought on over 100,000 new workers over the past 12 months. So they are continuing to increase who they are hiring, who they're bringing on, and what they're paying. So with all of that additional business, with more and more people being directed to their site, we obviously are seeing that growth. And you can see that represented here on the 1-year graph. We really didn't see as much of that kind of downturn that we would have expected. Again, this is in February. We saw it drop to really at their low point that you see here of $1,600. It really wasn't that much lower than what we saw in December of last year. So they definitely did not see the same, I'll say, reckoning that a lot of other companies saw. And what's even more important is that they have just continued to do well and just blow it out of the water. So with that being said, I do think that we are not recognizing one of their largest performance segments and one of the ones that is the fastest growing, which would be Amazon Web Services, also known as AWS. And now I'm just going to show you kind of what that looks like and what that is. And you can see this is just the AWS website. You can just Google AWS and you'll see that. But these are just some of the products that they offer in terms of what their software can produce and where you can host your platform. So again, when you see terms like SaaS or SaaS, this is what that is referencing to in terms of where people are storing their data, how they are interfacing with your software, with your company, data security. So they are hosting a lot of that data. Whenever you hear that cloud, the cloud is a big piece of what Amazon is dealing with. And again, they are just incredibly involved. And here's another big company we've seen in the market. But this is just some of the ways that Amazon is continuing to dominate in the industry. Is it's not just the e-commerce. They have a huge subscription platform here, as well as the fact that they are bringing in a ton of revenue associated with this. As you can see here, this is something that is numbers as of 2019. There was cloud infrastructure service revenue in 2019 of $96 billion, with Amazon owning about a third of the total market share. And in particular, they were positioned to grow very, very quickly. Now, when we're looking at the SaaS and the platform as a service that you see there in the bottom in terms of what this is used for, Amazon owned about a third of the market, and this was projected to grow all the way up to $500 billion by the end of 2023. That is an estimate from the IDC, and that estimate is coming at us from the perspective of we are not going to have a pandemic that is going to cause people to want to improve their data security, that is going to cause people to want to grow their online presence. So that being said, I can anticipate, and we should all anticipate, that people are going to continue to utilize these platforms. Another two companies that we see on here that have also been growing really rapidly is Microsoft as well as Google. And then today you see Salesforce here. They hit all-time highs today. So with that being said, this $100 billion cloud market, why is Amazon continuing to grow? Right now they own a third of the market, and this is anticipated to grow to $500 billion within the next 3 years. Now, a lot of that I think is going to be expedited, which is why you're seeing that the market is reacting to this as well. So when we go back to the stock and we're looking at this 3-month time period, we see they've nearly doubled in 3 months. However, I don't think that this is the cap. I don't think that this is the short-term play. However, we do have the earnings that are going to come up on July 23rd. However, my concern with this, particularly on a day that we have such a high growth. So when you look at the options, if you try and get something that can cover those options, look at these prices that you're looking at. So for those of us who are small town day traders, we're not going to be able to play these. And I just don't think that there's the capability to do so. I mean, you're saying $4,000, you're still just out of the price range that I'm saying, hey, this is what I want to do, particularly after a nearly $166 buy today. So there's still potential there. I think the market as a whole is going to continue to perform very well. I think the options are a little expensive right now. However, you can go in, and I think they're going to continue to climb from a overall market share perspective, as well as a cloud-based marketing approach. And this is one of the reasons why I am always long on Amazon. I also like Microsoft and Salesforce. So check all of those out as well. If you found this content helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks everyone. Talk to you later.